Inside Scoop
with your hosts,
Alyssa
and Diana. So,
yeah,
we left off on a
very interesting note.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know that Wesley is alive.
Crazy.
Buttercup is like all happy again.
Well, I mean, she's not necessarily happy. She's been through a lot of trauma.
Yeah, pero now the prince knows that she's missing and they found her with Wesley.
It's crazy. I just love all of this because it's so it's like a thrill in the book right now that it's crazy because it's like true love dies, supposedly, quote unquote.
Yeah.
True love saves her life from getting kidnapped, and then true love is alive after being unmasked.
Yes.
So after he's unmasked,
there's like a bit of a
situation. Yeah. So, kind of crazy.
Yeah, and towards, like, the end of Chapter 5, you know, the prince, he kind of, like, makes a deal with, Buttercup. I was about to say Wesley. He makes a deal with Wesley that Buttercup! He makes a deal with Buttercup that he won't, like, hurt Wesley or, like, blah, blah, blah. So, that's where we're going to start off right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, in Chapter 6, it doesn't really, like, start off with
like the story.
Yeah, it doesn't like continue, like it doesn't start with how it ended.
Because remember, we're reading the book, the 50th year of it, so it's not the Morgenstern version, it's Goldman's version.
Yeah.
And he decides to cut off, a couple parts of, his late father's, So
it starts by like giving a little bit more of a description of like the festivities leading up to the wedding of Prince Humperdinck and Buttercup. So, like, what do you think is part of, like, the festivities and the preparation of a wedding like this?
I mean, a big cake, white everywhere, all the people going crazy.
Throwing rice? Oh, no, that's after people get married.
Throwing rice?
Yeah, that's after people
get
married.
That's a thing?
Yes.
That's a thing when you get married?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just learned that. I didn't know that.
Did you not really know that?
I didn't know you throw rice at someone. I would not want to be thrown rice at after I get married, Diana.
I don't know what's the purpose of it.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to get thrown rice at. Hopefully Buttercup doesn't get thrown rice at. I would throw my shoe at them.
It's not like cooked rice. It's like raw rice and you just throw the grains.
Ew, that's gross.
You've never heard of that?
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh my god.
That's a thing?
Yes, that's a thing.
Okay, something I learned.
Okay.
Dang.
So, like, after the festivities, like, I mean, like, let's go back into that. What else do you think happens? Like,
I mean, you have to get the person that marries you, so, like, I don't know,
maybe a few little gifts and stuff like that.
Gifts, chairs, decorations, glamorous, glitter,
that Buttercup is not used to.
Flowers, beauty, people going crazy over her dress.
Yes.
I think that's to now, but I don't think that's what happened back then.
I
just think people mostly wanted to go for like the party or something.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, like, after them giving some, like, descriptions on the festivities and stuff like that, once again, we see Inigo after, him being knocked out by Wesley.
Yeah.
So, he wakes up.
Oh
Do you think he remembers anything that happens?
He probably does. I mean, maybe he does or doesn't. If I got knocked out, I'd remember who hit me.
Yeah.
But you can't move because, like, your body's in shock. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happened to him.
So yeah, you're actually right. He does regain his consciousness, and he remembers, like, his fight with the Man in Black, which now we know is Wesley.
But he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
So he doesn't know. That's true. He doesn't know what to do because right now their plan did not go as planned. He does not know where Physique or Vizini is, and he doesn't know Vizini's dead. Like.
He's probably gonna cry. He's probably gonna make a big show. I would make a big show. I'd be like, oh my.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then he remembers these instructions that Vizini gave to him whenever a plan went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really indicate that right, like, when he thinks that. So, like, what do you think the plan is? Like, what do you think their plan was about?
Maybe it was that they wanted to, like, dang it. I'm stuck on it.
I know, because, like, remember, these people are, like, bad guys.
Yeah.
So, you had to think evil here, but...
Maybe they wanted to get money?
Maybe they wanted to get money, or, maybe they wanted to meet somewhere just in case, you know, they get separated. Like, in this case, they did. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, he remembers that they, like, schemed back to, like, the Thieves' Quarter.
I think...
Which is, like, back in a neighborhood in Florin City. Which is the city of Florin. So, like, Inigo isn't, like, really excited to go back to Thieves' Quarter. Because, like, without physique. Because he is a small person and he looks like he's gonna be robbed. Like, he's a target, you know?
Yeah, he's gonna get attacked. I mean, maybe he deserved to get attacked, honestly.
I mean, yeah, he has tortured
Bad
people.
guy.
So, yeah. Inigo returns back to Thief City. He buys brandy, sits on the stoop, and waits for Vizzini. So, right here we know that he doesn't know that Vizzini's dead.
Yeah, which is kind of sad.
What would be your thought process if, like, you were in that position?
I would be, honestly, like, confused. I'd be like, why are they not coming? Like, what is wrong with them? Did something happen to them? Like, I'd be overthinking it, and I'm pretty sure Inigo was 100% overthinking it.
Yeah.
Especially, like, oh my gosh, like, what happened to my friend? Like, is he okay? Why is he not coming? Did he leave me? Am I stranded? Oh my gosh, I'm upset. Wait, but if something happened to them, I'm sad now. So he's probably going through a rush of emotions.
Yeah, he could be thinking right now that he could have been left behind.
Yeah.
When in reality, he was the first one there.
That's true.
So, yeah. So then it cuts into Physique. So Physique is, like, right now, can't, like, he remembers things, but, like, he's trying to remember, it's, like, some rhyme that Inigo made up for him. So he can remember what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, like, but he couldn't remember it. So, like, he runs after Vizzini, and he finds Vizzini asleep. Well, quote-unquote, asleep. And then, a little bit later, he realizes that he's actually dead.
Yeah.
So, he's, like, panicking out and, like, goes and tries to find Inigo. Mm-hmm. So, he, like, runs for hours and hours trying, like, yelling his name and, like, searching for him everywhere. So, yeah. That's pretty much their story of there, because then it just kind of transitions into Wesley waking up in the Zoo of Death.
But Inigo isn't there, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, because I remember that part.
Yeah, at Thieves' Quarter.
Yeah, but Vizzini is dead, and then Physique obviously doesn't know that because his head is like
I think he could have
somewhere else. You know,
Inigo also could have been dead.
I find Physique a little bit dumb in the story.
I mean, I think so. That's how they, like, made him.
Like, they portray him as a character.
Yeah.
Which I feel bad for him.
I know.
Aww.
No one deserves to be treated badly. So, like I said before, after that, kind of just transitions to Wesley. So, he kind of wakes up, chained up.
Oh my.
So, and he hears animal sounds, like, minute after minute.
We already know where that is.
So,
poor Wesley.
Yeah, he is at the Zoo of Death.
He's in the fifth one.
How would you feel if you, like, woke up in a place you've never been before, specifically chained up to? Like,
freaking out, obviously. I'd be like, where am I? Why am I here? Who hit me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's all the emotions that he's going through, which I really wouldn't want to be in his position. I do not want to die. Like,
exactly. But I feel like Wesley's kind of a chill guy, so he's probably not overreacting.
I mean, I'm not saying that girls have a tend to overreact sometimes, but we do have a tend to overthink a lot more than guys overthink. In my opinion.
True. I would agree with you. But, like, the animal noises right there, do you think?
Yeah. Like, where am I? Like, I would think that he's probably, like, gonna be treated like an animal there, since there's animals. Yeah. You know? Which, like, that's not correct.
Yeah.
Like, there shouldn't even be animals there, period. But whatever. True. That's in my opinion.
So, there's only one guy with him in the room, and it's the albino. I can't remember his name right now, like, off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. But his description was, like, a guy whose, like, skin is, like, and his hair is, like, totally white.
No, yeah.
So, like, what do you think he looks like based on that description? Like, do you think he's an old man? Do you think he, like...
Old man, 100%. Like, probably a torturer. Yes. He's probably gonna be there to torture Wesley.
I have a feeling he's a bad guy.
Poor Wesley.
Yes.
Free him.
Free Britney.
Instead of not free Britney. No, we're not talking about Britney here, Diana.
It's not free Britney, it's free Wesley.
Free Wesley, okay. So, I think, he's just there to torture him.
Yeah.
and scary. It's like kind of like a scary aspect, so the reader can get scared. Because I think if you say, oh, like an old white like guy with all white hair is standing there with, and you're chained up and there's animal noises, it's kind of like you're gonna get tortured. You're gonna be treated like an animal. That's what I got when I was reading it.
Yeah. Actually, I actually can't wait for like the movie reaction one, because we're actually gonna see how this all plays out.
Yeah,
exactly. So like the albino like man tends like Wesley's wounds. He feeds him. So right there, kind of a little bit different than our description that we thought. But like he refuses to answer like any questions Wesley has for him.
He probably couldn't answer.
Yeah,
he was probably on with Prince Humperdinck in like his side.
Yeah, which most likely.
Yeah.
So like,
especially that he's there.
Yes. This is gonna be your honest opinion. Would you be scared?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
110%.
Especially like.
First of all, I don't know this person. You're kind of scary looking.
Yeah.
And I mean, yes, you're tending my wounds and feeding me, but are you really doing this for a good cause?
Probably not.
Exactly. So, like, Wesley knows he is gonna be tortured. So, like, he's kind of preparing himself for the pain. So, like, you know, just, like, preparing his mind. How would you feel in this situation?
I would feel, one, dizzy. Because, you know, and also, I would feel a ton of emotion. As I said before, he doesn't know where he really is, and there's animal noises. That's not a good environment, and he's not in a good place. So I just think, you know, I would not be feeling very well.
Me
I would probably have a headache or a migraine.
I would definitely still be like, I'll be really anxious, you know?
Yeah.
Anxious and stuff like that. How would you prepare yourself for like something like this? Because we all know Wesley was like preparing his mind to like withstand the pain. Mm-hmm. So like, how would you prepare yourself?
I think I'd be praying to God, honestly.
That's true.
I'd be like, I'm pretty sure like this is fantasy, so it has nothing to do with God.
Yeah.
But if I was in his situation and I know about God, I would be like, Lord, you're the only one that can help me. Like, take me out of this situation, God, because I cannot do this. I totally need your willpower, Lord.
No, I literally agree with you.
I'd be like, Dios santo, por favor, aquí ayúdame.
Yes.
Like, take me out of this situation, Dios.
Yeah.
Like,
and if that, let's just say, because again, like we mentioned, this is fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if I were like in the book, then I would just be like, okay, get it over with, kill me, you know?
Yeah. I'd be like, if I die, I just die.
Yeah.
But like, that's in the book. That's not here right now. So.
Yeah. So then, meanwhile, you know, while Wesley's in his whole zoo of torture, zoo of death, torturing, you know, that whole fiasco.
Yeah.
The preparations for Prince Humperdinck's and Buttercup's wedding continues. So, another thing, the King of Florin dies, which is Prince Humperdinck's dad.
Yeah, finally.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, finally, because when I read that, I was like, yo, finally he died. Because, like, everybody, I was like waiting. But it makes things 10 times worse.
Yeah, I don't remember what the king's name was. Like, King something with, like, L? I don't remember the name, so I'm not even going to try pronouncing it if I don't know how to... You know.
You don't know how to pronounce his name?
What is his name? Because I don't know his name. I forgot his name. It's, like, something with an L.
It is with an L.
Lore something. You know, something like that. But, so now that he's dead, this is making Humperdinck the new king. Mm-hmm. So that means Buttercup is now going to be the Queen of Florin.
Dang.
What would be your thought process right now?
To be a queen?
To be queen.
You know, I just wonder how the stepmother's reacting right now. Honestly. Because that stepmom was...
Well, technically, she still would have been queen because she was married to the king.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Yeah. But she still has a title for this.
I mean, she still has a title, but I think she's going to be jealous of Buttercup for
Obviously.
Sure.
Specifically because they always have Buttercup, like, beauty.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, I really don't know. But if I were Buttercup, I'd probably be freaking out. I'd watch my back, especially with all the deceiving and all the stuff happening. So, I would watch my back. Like, I would 100% watch my back.
I mean, because Buttercup's going from a milkmaid, like, you know, a higher class milkmaid, to being the queen and, like, that. So, like, now that she's going to become queen, she, you know, she wants to get to know the people of Florin.
Mm-hmm. As a good queen should, because the people, like, need to know that she's a good person.
I feel like that's really important when a queen is actually, like, connected with the people and not just like, oh my god, I'm this high class, don't talk to me, you know?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Exactly. So, as she's, like, walking, she hears this, like, voice call out, boo. And this woman just starts accusing her of, like, giving up her one true love. So,
what the heck?
Exactly. So right now, Buttercup is so confused about what is going on.
I remember that.
How does this lady know about this thing?
Oh my gosh. You know what I just remembered?
What?
I remembered the king's name that died.
What's his name?
Lutheran.
Lutheran.
That's a king.
See, I don't remember his name.
That's so funny. And no, it just popped up in my head because it was like right there, but then I was like, it's King Lutheran. That's how I pronounce his name. I don't know if I pronounce them right because some of the names are kind of weird. But anyways, go back to, sorry that interrupted.
This woman was just kind of like accusing her for like giving up her one true love for like riches.
Oh my.
Right? And, like, Buttercup's like, how does this lady know this? Is it a coincidence she knows this? Mm-hmm. How does she know this?
Yeah.
Should this lady know this?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you were her, how would you feel if someone just started accusing you of these
things? I'd be like, what is your problem, lady? I'm very confrontational, so I'd be like, okay, one, why are you screaming at me? Plus, why are you accusing me?
My question is, how did this lady know?
Yeah, how did she know?
Because this is, like, Buttercup's private life.
Yeah, like, how do you know about my business, lady? You shouldn't be knowing about my business. And watch your back, because I'm going to be queen. That's what I would say if I were Buttercup. I'd be like, watch your back. I'm going to be queen. Yeah. Don't try me.
Yes.
Watch your mouth, lady. Yes.
Totally agree. But then, obviously, we know what happens. The thing turns out it was a dream.
Yeah.
6 days away from the wedding. So,
that's
do you
crazy.
think Buttercup is having second thoughts?
I think she is having second thoughts. I mean, obviously she's having second thoughts. Yeah. She's forced into this marriage.
And she just finally finds out that her
Wesley
love of her life
is there. Alive. So she can just say no, and not she'll die. So it's either I die and my love of my life the love of my life is out there alive and I'm dead, or we're both alive, but I'm just married to another man because he thinks I'm beautiful, but I hate him. And my love, my one and true love, is there watching me get married, and he's, like, feeling pain inside. I mean, he can just get over it, and she can just get over it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is very fantasy. So let's be dramatic, and let's say that she wants to be with the love of her life, but she may just like die. Yeah. I mean, like, he may die too. So
I mean, so yeah, that's basically
Romeo and Juliet.
Ayo. So like, what's going through her head right now is like, am I doing the right choice? Am I not doing the right choice? Like, should I be with Wesley or should I stay with the prince? You know? Duties to the kingdom.
Yeah. So, I mean, as a good queen should.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, the next night, she has another dream.
Oh, my. Her dreams. When I was reading them, I was like, bro, this girl with her dreams, bro. I don't even dream that much.
No, but the thing is that sometimes these dreams do come true.
I mean...
I'm not gonna lie, I've had some dreams that come true, and it's kind of, kind
of scary. Yeah. Oh my gosh, if my dreams came true, no,
I predicted my cousin's pregnancy.
Really?
Yeah, and look at her now.
That's so cool. Okay, anyways.
Back to the story. And funny enough that I mentioned, like, pregnancy. This one, she dreamt that she had a baby boy.
Oh my gosh, pregnancy, baby boy. Too much right now.
So she's like feeding her baby boy from like breast milk as like a mother should.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with formula at all.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there was formula back then.
Yeah, there wasn't. There was just breast milk.
But then
natural Diana.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
The boy is like the baby boy. He's like yelling that the milk is sour and there's no love in it.
My gosh. Because she doesn't love Humperdinck. Yes. Okay? Humperdinck can go die.
So yeah, like once again, she's like wakes up from her dream and she realizes that she betrayed Wesley by agreeing to marry Humperdinck.
Oh my god.
So like she's like finally coming to her senses.
That she does not want to marry.
Yeah. I mean, what would you choose? Riches or true love?
I would choose true love 100%.
Yes, you know.
Because that's true happiness. Rich
yes.
like
Riches,
being it's temporarily.
It's not like a permanent thing.
Yeah.
So true love, starts playing Dove Cameron.
True love. I knew I had it. I know.
Okay, so like now that we recovered that.
Yeah. That was funny.
So like by the fourth, I want to say it was the fourth night. Mm-hmm. Buttercup can't sleep anymore. So she goes to Prince Humperdinck's chamber one night and she reveals to him that she is still in love with Wesley.
I mean, as she should.
But was that a smart move by her?
No. Humperdinck is probably gonna like kill him or something. But at the same time, he's probably not gonna notice that if he kills Wesley, he's killing a part of Buttercup. Yes. Because Wesley is such a big part of Buttercup's life that it's just gonna hurt her so much that she's gonna have a depressive episode again.
Yeah, I mean, because she was never really over him. And she never stopped loving him, even though she thought he was dead.
And she doesn't love or like Humperdinck, not even the smallest amount. This is something that she's being forced into. Like, I've said it a million times. How can you be forced into a marriage that you don't love? Obviously, that dream about the baby is saying that she doesn't love Humperdinck. And how can she have a child that, when you have a baby and you need love between the parents so that you can, have a baby so that baby can have that love too. Yeah. And if those parents lack of love, that baby isn't going to be full of love and joy. It's going to be full of hatred and pain that you don't want to bring a child into.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But, now she's also telling Humperdinck that if he doesn't let her go without marrying him, stuff like that, she will kill herself.
I mean, Romeo and Juliet.
I mean, would you kill yourself in this situation?
No, I would never kill myself for a man.
I mean, you're right, but let's say Wesley dies, pulling another Romeo and Juliet situation. Would you? Because you don't want to marry him.
I mean, if I was forced to a marriage I did not like and I was unhappy, yes, I would kill myself.
Okay. So, Humperdinck actually makes a deal with Buttercup. So, if Wesley still wants to marry her, he will step aside and let her be with Wesley.
I mean, yeah, because he doesn't want her to kill herself.
Yeah.
But honestly, as I said before, I would if I were in her position. But only in her position. I'm not saying I actually would. And so I don't want anyone to think anything. But I honestly think that he's a liar and a narcissist. I think Humperdinck is a narcissistic liar.
Yeah. So that wasn't the whole agreement. But if Wesley, if he isn't interested in her anymore, and, he's, rejecting her, Buttercup will marry Humperdinck.
That is
Buttercup
hilarious.
Agrees to the deal because she is certain that Wesley still loves her.
I mean, obviously he still loves her. He literally saved her.
I know. See, that shows a lot of love. So, would you agree to this?
Maybe I would agree to it. Maybe I won't agree to it. It really depends on his tone too. But in the tone of the book, it seemed like he was sincere somewhat. So maybe I would agree to it. But at the same time, you can't trust Humperdinck.
Yeah.
And especially where Wesley is.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think he has something up his sleeve,
Yeah, well, totally. I mean, what we read before, that yes, he does. He has Wesley in the 5th floor.
Exactly. He doesn't really want Buttercup and Wesley to be associated with
so him. Obviously he's gonna kill Wesley. That's what I think. It's not until what we say later we'll get to it, but I think he's most likely gonna kill Wesley because if not, Buttercup kills herself.
That's true.
So Juliet,
So that's facts. So the prince he agrees to all of this, and so does Buttercup. So he right now he's like pretending that the wedding is still on, and like until like they hear from Wesley. Then Buttercup runs off to like write a letter to Wesley explaining what's going on with like the situation.
I wonder where she's mailing the letter to.
Exactly.
That's my question.
I don't think Wesley would have gotten that letter because Wesley's in the Zoo of Death.
Yeah.
Which is controlled by the prince. Right there, Zoo of Death, Wesley, no mail.
And she doesn't know that what the Zoo of Death is yet. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. She definitely doesn't know what Humperdinck has in plan for
she does not know. Free her.
Okay, so I feel like this is where the story gets good.
Oh my.
So like, Prince Humperdinck decides that he's going to kill Buttercup on their wedding night and make it look like an attack from the neighbor country's Gilder, I think it was called.
He wants to kill her now?
Turns out,
Bro, Humperdinck
is bipolar.
He's very bipolar.
Yes.
He's gonna kill both of them?
Yes.
That makes no sense. Maybe because he wants all the power to himself and he doesn't want a wife that doesn't love him either. Especially that she's in love with someone else. That makes him very jealous. And since he's very narcissistic and he's not getting that love from other people and he already has that self-love a lot. So, I'm diagnosing him. He's a narcissist.
No, yeah. He has bipolar disorder.
And bipolar disorder.
So, like, later that night, Prince Humperdinck and the Count Rugen, they torture Wesley. Yay!
No!
So, yeah. Obviously, Wesley already had, like, his mind set. He's like, this isn't pain. Whatever,
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get pain. I'm gonna get tortured. Let's get ready, body.
He's in the right mind right now. Like, he's like, I'm not gonna feel the pain, even though it's gonna hurt. So...
Pobrecito.
No. So, like, Humperdinck, he, like, kind of demands Wesley because he thinks Wesley's connected to this. So he demands to know who hired Wesley to kidnap Buttercup.
But Wesley didn't. Yeah.
Buttercup. It was those three people: Visini, Physique, and Inigo. So, he, like, demands to know because, like, obviously they have history together. So.
Yeah, I get it. But
do you think he's somehow connected to the kidnapping?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I just think he just happens to be there.
And maybe he took it to his advantage so he can be with the one that he loved.
But my question is, from like chapter 5, how did he know that was going to happen?
Oh, maybe he was there, right timing, right place, right time.
Or he knew something was going to go on.
Or, yeah, maybe he did know. Maybe he fought off those people and he was following them. It really depends, too, because, he was out there and maybe he was just around, as I said. Right place, right time.
Yeah.
So, it really depends, but that's also true. That's a good point that you made.
Yeah. So, like, after Humperdinck has, like, a nice time torturing Wesley, he returns back to, like, his room, his chamber, whatever you want to call it. He finds Buttercup waiting outside. Buttercup.
Yeah, Buttercup is just lost, and it kind of upsets me, because it's like, why are you so lost?
I know.
You're the main character, and you're lost.
I know. So, like, right now, she wants help in, like, writing her letter towards Wesley and proclaiming her love. Why would you go to Prince Humperdinck?
I think that's the worst thing. Yeah. She's so delusional, and it gets me so upset.
Do you think he was the right person for help?
No.
Not at all.
Like,
honestly, I think that was a really weird request from her.
I think that was really stupid of her.
Yes, super. That's the thing. But here's the thing.
You said here's the thing like 5 times, Diana.
Anyways, whatever. Humperdinck agrees to agrees to help her and, like, plays along with her.
I think it's because...
Big red flag.
Wait, I think she thinks, like, she trusts him. That's why she's going to him. Because
she trusts him.
She thinks that he doesn't really want to marry her that much. And that he, like, respects her. But truly, he has very no respect to her.
Yeah.
There's no respect coming towards him to her.
So, yeah, he's definitely not the right person she should be going to for help.
Yeah, not at all.
So, yeah, like I said before, Humperdinck kind of agrees with her and plays along with her. So, like, you know, kind of a play with emotions, maybe? I would describe it as. So, right there is kind of a big red flag.
Yeah. He's
like,
just...
Would you think anything of it if it were you?
I would be a little, like, what is it? Skeptical? That's the word? Yeah. I'd be skeptical about it. But, like... I don't think I would be that delusional as Buttercup is in the story. Because, girl, she's all over the place with her emotions and who she talks to and who she can trust. Because I think she has no one, so she's just trying to go to the little resources. But with Humperdinck, that's not very good.
Yeah,
so,
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So, like, the next day, I think it was the next day, whatever. Humperdinck calls his chief of security and mentions the Guilders might the conspiracy of like to kill Buttercup. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think those people believe the prince because obviously he has the title of prince or now king?
I think they did. I think people back then really believed their princes and kings more, and they had a lot of respect for them. And since they had a lot of respect for them, they obviously listened to them. So I think they did agree, but they were just a little bit suspicious about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, yes, I would say, pero like, it's usually that the prince never like shows their like sneaky side to like the kingdom. They always, like,
he had his
a private
secret
life. Yeah. So like later on, like I don't know how long, pero they hear some screams coming from like the city of Florence. So like, you know,
I'm pretty sure people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is true. This is gonna happen." You know, Lord.
I know, right? So it turns out that those screams are actually coming from the Zoo of Death.
That's crazy.
So we all know who, you know, that is. The screams are coming from Wesley. So the Count is actually waiting right outside of his chamber. And all he actually has to say is, "The machine works." Which, I'm guessing it's a torturing machine. So that means there's going to be more torturing coming to Wesley.
Great.
Pobrecito.
I feel so bad for him.
I know. So Humperdinck is actually excited that the machine works because, you know,
he wants to kill Wesley.
Yeah, and he's like that type of heart. But, you know, he's also tired from all like the wedding preparations. So like
he upsets me. Oh my gosh. He makes my blood boil. I like Prince Humperdinck. I'm going to say this again. He can go die. I wish death on him. Okay, I wish death on a book character. Okay, he upsets me so much.
Me too. I swear. But so like he asked Rugen, the Count, to like take care of like the machine on Wesley, you know, without him around. So like, you know, he's kind of being sneaky right there. And Wesley, obviously already being tortured. What do you think is his thought process right now? Like
he's probably like, I'm getting ready for death. Poor Prince Buttercup, like the love of my life, I'm never gonna see again. He probably thinks that he's gonna die.
Yeah, I totally agree. So like the Count comes and visits Wesley and shows him the pain machine.
Oh my gosh.
For sure right now he's like, "Oh, I'm definitely dead."
What is wrong with him? Something is mentally wrong with him. Like, no.
Yeah. So the Count knows that he's been like taken away. You know, I don't know how to explain this. Like, from all like the torturing, all I know is that, if I remember correctly, it was 20 years that are taken away from his life. So like that was like sucked out of him.
Oh my.
I know, because he was like screaming and like crying just with the first level. Can you imagine what level 20 would have been like?
I could never. Oh my gosh.
How do you like feel for him? Because right now he's like
suffering. I feel
suffering.
terrible for him. When I was reading, I felt really bad. Especially, I wonder how Buttercup was feeling, where he was. I bet she wanted to know. That's the thing, because
Buttercup has no idea what's happening
I know. So this is what I mean. She's very delusional, but I feel really bad for him. He's like going through a lot, and it's something that he shouldn't be going through. it's very stupid what the prince is doing. He's being very immature, and I don't know why he can't find an actual wife, and he's fighting for Buttercup when there's plenty of other beautiful women too, other than Buttercup. But no, he just wants Buttercup, and Buttercup specifically.
Yeah.
But he's just being very hard-headed, and he should have a better heart. His heart, as I said, a couple, I don't even know, like, what, the third or second podcast, I said that the prince has a very small heart, just like the Grinch.
Yes.
He very much is bitter. He's rude. He is just not a good person overall. So I give him, out of 10, as a person, I give him a negative 1,000 right now.
That's true. So, like, after that, it kind of just cuts into, like, Inigo and Physique again.
Mm-hmm.
They find each other. Yay. They have, like, this sweet little reunion, and, you know, they're all happy and stuff like that.
That's so funny.
But, like, obviously, Vizzini never shows up, so Inigo finds out then that he's dead. Yeah. So, Physique actually helps Inigo, like, sober up for, like, making food and stuff like that, because, you know, they haven't, like, eaten in a few days, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Then Physique tells Inigo that he's found, like, the six-fingered man who, Inigo has been chasing for years. The Count, which is Count Rugen. You know?
Yeah.
And, obviously, he's partnering up with the prince.
Oh, my God.
So, right here...
This is great.
Yeah. So, like, right here we have the two people who, like... Two of the people that kidnapped Buttercup working with the prince.
Yeah, this is not okay. I am not okay with this at all.
I know.
Something's wrong with Prince Humperdinck. Like, mentally, something's wrong with
No,
him.
literally. Oh my God. Sometimes I wish if the story can go, like, a different route.
Yeah, me
But
too.
no, it did not. Anyways, Wesley is still underground. Yay. Suffering. Yay.
Oh,
By the
no.
Count's machine. Yay.
No.
I know. Like I mentioned before, like, kind of sucked, like, 20 years out of him, so this was, like, torture.
Yeah, torture.
It was, like, brutal.
Yeah. God, it's brutal out here.
Starts singing brutal, but it's totally fine.
Yeah.
I know. So, like, Buttercup asks Humperdinck whether Wesley has responded to the letter. Obviously, she didn't, like we mentioned before, she doesn't know that the Zoo of Death, or, like, where she doesn't know where he's staying.
Yeah.
So, right there, she's, like, realizing, oh, I don't think he ever gave him the letter. So, like...
I mean, obviously, I think she's kind of dumb in a way, but whatever. She's very much delusional.
Yeah.
Like, this explains why she needed to take a class for a couple years so they can teach her how to freaking shower.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm dropping bars on you, Buttercup, okay?
So, yeah. Finally, she comes to her senses and, like, accuses Humperdinck of being a liar. Finally. And right now, if I'm not wrong, the wedding is supposed to be the next day.
And they're fighting.
So, like, right now, she's, like, coming to her senses that trusting Prince Humperdinck was a really bad idea. So, finally, she's agreeing with us.
Finally?
Yeah.
Took her long enough.
I know. She, like, calls the prince a coward and a wimp, which...
He is?
Yes.
I think this is what everybody's been thinking.
Yeah.
Girl, finally. Yes, woman power. Go off, Buttercup.
So, yeah, she says, like, his precious Zoo of Death is nothing but, like, a sham. Which is honestly true, because right now he's torturing the love of her life.
Yeah.
There. It's
bad
great.
person.
It's literally great.
Finally, she came out to her senses.
So, like, obviously, after that happened, he actually locks her in her room, which, you know.
That's so toxic.
I know.
That is so toxic.
Another, like, reason not to like Humperdinck.
Yeah, he's a red flag.
Yeah.
His trauma is just, like, you just see that the way he's acting is in a correct way. Or in a correct manner.
So, yeah. So, he locks her up in her room, and then he runs to, like, the Zoo of Death. So, right now, Buttercup is not in a good situation. She's in a bad situation.
Yeah, she's in a
But really not as bad as Wesley, who's, like, almost dead.
Yeah, which I feel so bad for him. He's going through so much.
I know. So, like, here around, like, this part in the book, Goldman actually, like, stops and like compares it to like his father's reading, because like right here in like the father's version, Wesley's basically dead.
Yeah, and it's just very unpleasant. So he just no.
I don't know how to explain it. Like,
But
he's dead. Well, quote unquote dead.
is he actually dead? I don't know, because
I remember I was so confused reading this. I was like, wait, no, he's
yeah,
not dead.
I had to read it a couple times because I was like, he's dead. Wait, he's saying that his father put him dead, but then in the Morgenstern version, he was dead. But now in the Goldman version, he's not dead. So is he actually dead? We don't know. Like it's just very confusing.
Yeah,
I think he maybe.
I know he could be, because that was some brutal torturing. So
yeah, that was.
I mean, everyone was hearing his like screams from like the city of Florin.
I don't know how somebody's body can take that, bro.
I know.
Imagine like getting pulled, oh my gosh, I can never.
So like right now he's actually rushing up to the 5th level of the zoo.
Who?
Humperdinck.
Oh my.
And he cranks the machine all the way up to 20. Which is actually destroying the machine and every like the last bit of like life inside of Wesley, until there's nothing there and it's just his corpse.
So he's dead.
So he's dead, you know?
Basically.
This is so sad.
Okay,
and
I kind of started to tear up when I was reading that. I was
mean,
like, poor Buttercup.
We were together when we saw that. Or like read that. You saw me. I was like...
Yeah, you started like tearing up, and I was like tearing up too, and I was like, Diana! Like, that's literally the face I made.
We literally
and
recorded
what I said.
Our reactions to this.
Yeah, this was so funny.
What do you mean funny? Oh,
okay, it was funny. Our reactions were funny, but I felt so bad.
Yeah. So, like, I said this before already, but, like, everyone in the city of Florin heard his screams, like, his dying screams, because if level 1 was painful...
Yeah.
Who can imagine what level 20 was like? Do you think Buttercup heard the screams?
Most likely, if everyone heard it, that's including her.
Yeah.
I wonder what the people of Florin think about him now.
Yeah, because they don't know who's down there.
Yeah.
So, like, Buttercup could think that's just something random that's going on, or she could have a clue that that's Wesley.
She probably would think it's Wesley. Actually, maybe not, because she's kind of dumb.
Yeah, because, I mean, she trusted what the prince said, so...
Yeah, which she shouldn't have. But she didn't know. But anyways, she should have not trusted him from the beginning, because he literally forced her into marriage. But,
yeah,
you know, that's just my own opinion of her.
So, yeah. So, now it kind of goes back to, like, the two men. Inigo, he hears... Oh, my God, I can't speak. He hears the screams.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he immediately knows that that's actually coming from the man in black.
Yeah.
So, him and Physique are, like, rushing over to the sound source as quickly as they can. What do you think is going on through their heads? Do they think he's a bad guy? Do you think...
I think he's like, I want to go find him. I want to, like...
Because, I mean, he did knock them out.
Yeah, and he did kill his friend.
Yes.
So, he's probably like, I want to fight them. You know, what is wrong with him? So, all of those things.
Yeah. So, like, now it cuts back to, like, the zoo. There's a lot of cutting in and out between the different parts of the story. So, like, Count Rugen orders the albino guy, remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. To, like, wheelbarrow and dispose Wesley's body.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
That's so sad.
I really
Poor
do.
Buttercup.
I know. Her love.
So, obviously, now that he's going, like, outside to get, like, the wheelbarrow and stuff like that, he runs into Inigo and Physique.
Oh, my.
Right here, not a good sign.
Yeah, not a good sign.
So the two of them ask about Wesley and find out oh my God, wow, that he was actually at the bottom level of the zoo, which is level 5.
Oh my.
You know? Then Physique knocks out the albino guy and enters into the zoo with Inigo. Little do they know that was, like, the most dangerous way to enter.
Yeah, now I feel bad for them. I wonder.
You know, the deadly beast that he has in there that he hasn't killed yet.
Yeah, so I just wonder what's gonna happen to them.
I know, right?
Like,
we'll have to see in the next chapter.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, guys.
I know.
So, I can't wait.
I know.
So, I guess this is gonna be the end of the podcast.
Of this episode.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys, like, think about what's gonna happen to them and have an open mind for next chapter, which is gonna be a little crazy, you know. We're already going to the end. We're gonna be in chapter 7.
I know, the wedding.
Oh my, let's just see how crazy the wedding's gonna be.
I know.
Because I don't even wanna think about it. I don't want to think about it.
I know. Humperdinck, Buttercup. Does Buttercup know Wesley's dead?
That's the question.
That's a good question. Is he dead?
And what's gonna happen to Inigo and Physique?
I know, right?
We're just gonna have to see next.
I know.
Next episode, podcast,
whatever it's called.
Yes.
Well, see you guys next time. Oh, I'll see you guys here. Whoa, how do we do this again? Until next time on the XOXO Inside Scoop.
Bye, guys.